Hello everyone, I'm Sarah, and today I would like to show you how to make these lovely floral granny squares. I'm making a few of these to create a new crochet cover for my shop. And well, to create this granny square you just need to know the basics of crochet. Specifically, we are working in the round and we are using double crochets, puff stitches, clusters of double crochets, half double crochet and trebles. So let's begin. So for my next granny square, I have already created a few discs, so to speak. I'm using this pink color and I'm not starting from a magic ring this time, but I am going to create a short chain of 4 stitches. So this is my slip knot, and I'll make a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and close it into a circle like this. Now I will be working 16 double crochets inside this small circle. As I do so, I will weave in this tail in the work. So the first double crochet is made by chaining 3. So I will just, as I said, weave in my tail as I proceed. Each of these 16 double crochets is separated by a chain 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, my first double crochet, so to speak. Now I need to make a chain 1, so I need to add another chain, always winding my tail inside the work. Okay, so that was 1. Now number 2, I'll make a standard double crochet inside the circle. So that's 2. And chain 1, another double crochet, at the beginning it is a little bit difficult to see where the hole is because it's really a small ring I've just created, and chain 1. So you see what I'm doing here, 1, 2, 3. Each of these double crochets are separated by a chain 1. So I will be doing 16 of them, and I will meet you at the end of this circle. So now I've done my 16 double crochets separated by chain 1s. I'm at the end of my round, and I'm going to finish with a slip stitch into the third of my beginning 3 chains. So here, and slip stitch. Okay, so now in the round number 2 we are going to make the same but using puff stitches. So I will move into the first chain 1 space here with a slip stitch like this, and now I'm going to form my first puff stitch. So I'm going to elongate this loop a bit. This already counts as my as the beginning of my puff stitch. I'm going to insert the hook into the space 4 times. So I yarn over, insert the hook in the space, grab the yarn, elongate it. This is the second time I'm doing so. Yarn over again, grab the yarn, elongate, third time, and a 4th time I'm going to repeat this movement. So yarn over, insert the hook, grab the yarn, elongate. Now I will yarn over again and pull through all of these loops together and close the stitch with a chain 1 on top. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the same in the following chain 1 space. So yarn over this time, insert the hook, grab the yarn, and pull. Once, yarn over, insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull twice, 3 times, 4 times, yarn over and pull through all loops together and chain 1. That closes our puff stitch. And we are going to repeat this around, working puff stitches in all of chain 1 spaces below. I will show you again. Yarn over, insert the hook once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Yarn over, pull through, and chain. Okay. Okay, so now I'm at the end of my round. I've just done my last puff stitch for this round, the 16th. And I'm going to slip stitch into the top of my first puff stitch here, where I chained the stitch closed. Like this. Okay, so now again I will move with a slip stitch into the first space here, like this, and I will be creating 16 clusters of 5 double crochets worked together in each of these 16 chain 1 spaces. So I will begin just for my first cluster with a chain 2. That counts as the first double crochet not completed. So this is 1. Now I yarn over and will start creating my second double crochet without completing it. 2, then 3, then 4 and 5. Okay, this is 5 double crochets not completed. Now I will yarn over and complete all of these stitches together. I will chain 1 to close the cluster and add a chain 1. Now I will make another cluster of 5 double crochets worked together in the next space here after my puff stitch below. So yarn over and start creating the first double crochet without completing it. 1, a second time, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over and close the cluster, chain 1 and chain 1. So I will show you again how to do this. Yarn over, insert the hook in the next chain 1 space below. So first uncompleted double crochet, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then we will close all of these together and add 1 chain and another one. Okay, so I will be making all of these 16 clusters all around, and I'll see you at the end of this. Okay, so this is my round of clusters, and just like I've done before, I am going to finish with a slip stitch into the top chain of the first cluster here and make it tight. Having so many stitches around leads to the circle being a little bit wavy, but this is no big problem because first we will block the work afterwards, and it will stretch out with the round in granny square with the border I'm going to add now. So this is my flower, so to speak, finished, completed. Now I'm going to cut off this yarn Okay, leaving a longish tail like this. Okay, and now I'm going to take my main yarn, which is a simple white, and add it around. So I'm going to attach my main yarn in any of the spaces of the chain 1 spaces, and I will start from the corner. So attach here, and since at corners I am working treble crochets, I will start with a chain 4, which counts for my first treble crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when I attached yarn, this counts as my first chain. Okay, now I'm going to work a second treble in the same space. Sorry, a treble. So yarn over twice, insert the hook, and so on. A third treble crochet in the same space. Okay. Now chain 3. This is the corner. And we will work another group of 3 treble crochets in the same space. So yarn over twice and form the first treble crochet. And a third treble. Okay, so this is my corner. Now, without leaving any chain space between the groups I am forming now, I will work 3 double crochets in that next space here. One, two, and 3. In the next space, I will work 3 half double crochets. So now again, in the next chain space, I will work another cluster of 3 double crochets without leaving any chain space between all clusters. I have made tutorials for all of these stitches in my crochet course section. I will leave a link to the playlist in my description below. Okay, so now it's already time for another corner. This means I will need to work here in this space 2 clusters of 3 trebles separated by a chain 3, just like I've done here. Okay, so the result is this. Okay, I was at this point, I had started here. Then you create another corner, followed by a cluster of 3 double crochets, a cluster of 3 half double crochets, a cluster of 3 double crochets, and so on. Okay, and this is the end result. As you see, I have already created a number of circles, of flowers, so to speak, and then I will I am going to add the white border, granny border, later on, because I want to create a lovely ombre effect for my cover. So I want to be able to decide how to dispose of these, chromatically speaking. Okay, so I hope you liked this tutorial. I am definitely going to post pictures of the finished project at the end, later on, when it's finished. And thank you for watching, and see you next time with a new video tutorial by me. Bye bye!